Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never imagined my life would reach this point, but sometimes you push someone too far without realizing it. My name is Carla, I'm 45, and I was married to Tom for over 20 years. Our marriage began with fire and excitement, full of dreams for the future. We were young, deeply in love, and we believed nothing could ever break us. But over time things changed. The passion faded, arguments became louder, and the silence that grew between us felt unbearable. I can't put all the blame on Tom, I wasn't perfect either, but after 2 decades together I started wondering, how did the love we once had turn into mere coexistence? It wasn't one big thing. It was countless little things. The missing touches, the constant tension, the days when I felt like a stranger in my own home. Tom was always exhausted, always distracted, consumed by work. And I was left alone, trapped in my own thoughts, frustration building, dissatisfaction growing. Then one night, after yet another trivial argument, I said it. The words slipped out before I could stop them. I should have divorced you years ago. I didn't fully mean it, at least not in the way it sounded. I was angry, looking for a reaction, hoping he would fight for us, show me he still cared. But he didn't. There was no yelling, no tears. Just silence. A quiet mix of sadness and resignation on his face. Then he turned and walked away. At the time, I thought it was just another one of our moments of silence, but deep down, I knew I had crossed a line. The days after were tense. We both pretended everything was fine, but the atmosphere in the house was heavy. That one sentence had cracked open years of unresolved issues. I tried to talk, to apologize, to explain I didn't mean it, but Tom in his quiet way didn't engage. He nodded, said everything was fine and went on. But I could feel him retreating, shutting down, and that terrified me. Weeks later, I found the envelope on the kitchen counter. Divorce papers. My chest sank. I realized then that my words had set something irreversible into motion. I thought I was playing a game to get his attention, but instead, he had responded in the most unexpected way, with complete resolve. Tom walked in while I was staring at the papers, frozen. He didn't ask if I had seen them, we both knew. He sat across from me and finally spoke, calm and steady. You were right, he said, his voice soft but firm. I should have left years ago. But I stayed, hoping things would improve. They haven't. I've been holding on to something that isn't there anymore. It's time to let go. I was stunned. His words hit me harder than anything I had imagined. I pleaded, shaking, trying to tell him I didn't mean it, that I still loved him, that I wasn't ready to lose him. But he just looked at me and I understood. It was too late. The decision was made. A week later he moved out. The home that once felt full of warmth and comfort was now silent, and I was left alone with the consequences of my own actions. Daily life continued, work, chores, errands, but it all felt empty. I missed him deeply, missed his presence, his quiet steadiness. I missed the man I thought I knew, the man I believed would always be there. As time passed, I realized the apology I truly needed to make wasn't just to Tom, it was to myself. I had let years of anger and frustration accumulate without addressing the real problems. I thought I could fix things by pushing him away, making him feel unimportant. But in reality, I was the one left with nothing. Months later, I reached out once, hoping to express my regret. But he didn't respond. He had moved on. I had to accept it. Looking back now, I understand something crucial. Words spoken in anger can be the most damaging of all. You might think you can fix them later, make things right, but once they're out, they can't be taken back. And sometimes even the deepest apologies aren't enough to undo the harm. So if you're in a struggling marriage, don't wait until it's too late. Don't let frustration or anger guide your actions. Fight for the people you love. Speak, listen, and act with care. Because once love is lost, it may never return. Before you hear the next story, hit that subscribe button. We share real, emotional stories like this every day, and your support helps us continue bringing these life-changing narratives to you. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.